So you know how there's a saying, how it's like the wise man learns from his own mistakes, but the wisest man learns from other people's mistakes. I used to live by that always, but then there are some people who are super stubborn, like myself, who need to go out there and make the mistakes themselves, because there is subconsciously a lesson that you learn. Like, you know, at the intellectual level, there is a lesson that you learn, like, oh, this person made this mistake and they lost a lot of money. It doesn't hit you until you've actually been in the arena and you've lost the money, you know? Yes. So when the moment comes for you to make a decision, like even with trading, like you're going to press that button, because even though someone else made that mistake, you didn't. You kind of your brain tricks you into believing, oh, this trade could work out for you. But you know intellectually that it's a very stupid trade to take, because others have lost money. But because you haven't felt the pain of losing money from making a stupid decision like that, and since you're a stubborn person like myself, you will 9 out of 10 times press the button and take that trade. So for a lot of people, the most foolproof way is to make the mistake yourself, right? You pay the ignorance tax. You know, Hormozi, I think he calls it the ignorance tax. You pay the ignorance tax, and you kind of have to. That's like part of the journey of growing. But to answer your question about like where I get my information from, a lot of it is through reading books, to speaking to people who are like actually in this field. But a lot of the times, like, the thumbnails and the titles, I'll admit, they're a little more clickbaity, but you know, universal laws. When I read stuff like the Kabbalion or the Kabbalah, you know, there's a lot of similarity in all of these lessons. And when you start going deep down into the rabbit hole of like actually researching, consuming material, content, speaking to people, you'll start to see like, oh, this is how they frame it. It's very, very interesting. Like, it's a different way of saying it. There's like nuances to it that are secret, but at the same time, it could just as easily be like, oh, well, I already knew this, you know, but it never hit me like this before because it was never explained in this way, or the analogies weren't used this way. So ultimately, it's about like anything that I'm saying, it's not new. Like Jesus Christ, Buddha talked about it thousands of years ago, you know, it's not anything new. It's just like, even though it's out there, why haven't you been able to use it? Well, let's find a way so we can make it applicable for you and you can use it daily in your life, you know?
Wow. Can you give us an example then of something that like you knew already, but then when you read it in a different perspective, it like opened your eyes?
Yeah, like the importance of being present to the moment, right? Everyone talks about it. No one really knows how to do it, how to implement it. I think why my clients choose me is like most of the people that I work with are very logical and left-brained. Or so I notice. There are obviously a lot that are not, but most of them do tend to be logical, left brain, and they don't need the woo-woo, like, oh, just be present, be kind. Like, okay, but how? Like, how? Why? You know, like I need to know why, because I'm a stubborn person just like myself, and I need my logical barriers to be defeated so that you can access my experiential, the heart level, right? The mind is like the gates to the heart. For a lot of people who are, you know, have you noticed how like people who are dumber than you and me, like they become a lot more successful, all because they were able to take the risk, right? Right? Because they were stupid enough to take the risk, right? They were stupid enough to put themselves out there. Right? And that's ultimately what it is like, kind of like if you want to be successful, you need to be a little bit stupid. Like you're too smart for your own good, right? A lot of the clients that we work with, they're so overly logical, just like myself. You know, I'm culprit to this as well. We're so smart, we're so overthinking that our barriers are too high that prevents us from just saying, fuck it, let's just give it a shot. I don't know what's going to happen. Like living in uncertainty. And that's why one of my main things is, if it doesn't logically make sense, it doesn't, like, but if it feels right, follow it, you know?